What's up? It's your boy Hazy. Today we're going to be playing Dredge, a game I know incredibly little, and by incredibly little, I mean possibly nothing about. I know we're going to be fishing, I know that there's some sort of story, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and start a new game. And so we awake ashore. The morning light fills your eyes, and you try to sit upright. You're lying on the cold, wet dock where you collapsed the night before. A short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from a boat nearby. The man notices you. Welcome to Creator Morrow. I must say, quite the dramatic first impression. I see you've already introduced yourself to the jagged rocks along the bay. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. Ah, well, I'm glad to see our new fisherman upright and breathing. Your boat was hopelessly damaged, but I've had a few of the locals move your things to one of our old vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. I'll let you get out there to catch some fish. See if you can fill your cargo while you get your bearings in the light. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back by sundown before the fog rolls in. Keep a close eye on the time. It can really creep up on you. So let's go ahead and disembark from Greater Morrow. And we'll see what kind of fish we can catch. Looks like our first catch is a blue mackerel. It seems to be the most common fish. So we'll just see if we can load up our new, well, not new, but new to us vessel with the blue mackerel. See what we can make on it. And so now that that spot has been depleted, we'll fish just ahead over here. Oh, it looks like we'll be catching something else here. Ignore how I completely fucked that up. So here's some cod. It looks like we can rotate and put it in right there. Gotta lock in so I don't embarrass myself again. Now that spot has been depleted as well. Looks like we can fish up ahead here on the right. There's another small town across the way. More blue mackerel here. Gotta pack everything nicely and neatly inside of our fishing vessel. Gotta maximize our space. And we only have one spot left, so we're not going to be able to catch any more fish. So we'll go ahead and... Oh! Alright, well, before we make our way back to Greater Morrow, we're gonna go ahead and grab this mysteriously glowing bottle. Looks like an eye has appeared at the top of our screen. There's a sparkle right here. The lighthouse towers above. Waves crash endlessly against the perilous rocks below. All creatures, human or otherwise, would have had their brittle bodies broken and thrown at its feet. You ponder the intrinsic power of the structure, a vast column of stone shouldering the responsibility of countless lives. How long will it stand? How long until it decays into ruin, its purpose exhausted? The lighthouse towers above. We'll go ahead and we'll make our way back to Greater Morrow. You step onto the dock at Greater Morrow. The mayor is waiting nearby. Ah, I've seen you've returned in one piece. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matter of your boat. As I mentioned earlier, your boat was too badly damaged to be repaired. However, I'm more than happy to sell you that replacement vessel, yours to own. I understand you may not have the necessary funds on hand, so we'll consider it a loan. But I want to make this easy for you. Until your debt is repaid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. So to recap, you'll need to sell fish to the local market, paying off your debt, and in turn, keeping the population fed and satisfied. Understand? Where do I sell the fish? Our local fishmonger will appraise and purchase what you catch. He's open all hours. Off you go then. Sell those fish while they're fresh. So let's go ahead and sell our fish at the fishmonger. You enter a squalid shack on the fringe of the marketplace. The familiar smell of fish fills the air. Flies buzz haphazardly around a downcast man behind the counter. He goes, You're the new fisherman, eh? Surprised they found a new one so fast. Well, what happened to the other one? It takes a certain type of person to last out there. It's not a life for everyone. Anyway, to business. I'll pay you for fish. Bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more too. Other towns on other islands might pay you different, but while you've still got a debt outstanding here, I'd suggest you work on paying it off first. So it's possible that we'll be able to sell our fish at the other town across the way. So, let's see what you've got. So it looks like our whole boat full of fish is going to be worth 147 and 42 cents. So we'll go ahead and we'll return to the town, and the mayor is standing outside of the fishmonger's store. Excellent work. I have no doubt you'll be able to provide for this town. Look here, I found this down by the docks. I'm sure someone like you could make something of it. Why don't you take it? A research part, a curious-looking component, could be used to develop equipment, but would need some investigation at the dock first. Oh, one last thing. Our local shipwright mentioned she might be able to make some modifications to your ship. You should pay her a visit. So we'll head to the shipwright. As you walk into the yard, you see the shipwright making repairs to a damaged hull. She looks at you briefly before returning back to her work. Ah. You must be the new fisherman. I can make improvements to your vessel in the yard. Mind you, I'm not in the business of doing favors around here. Payment is up front, and everything takes some time to install. Also, if you take on any damage from the rocks or any damage at all, I can patch it up, mostly. She shrugs and gestures towards the hole she's currently attempting to repair. A number of wooden boards, all well above the waterline, are splintered and scratched. Take a look around. Just remember, the bigger equipment, the longer it takes to install, so plan ahead. I wonder if she'll take our research part as payment. So it looks like we can afford a simple skimmer, which catches shallow fish, opposed to our basic fishing line, which will capture coastal fish, it seems. So I guess it's either or not. Oh, okay, we can take both. So now we have a simple skimmer and we have our basic fishing pole, so we'll be able to catch shallow and coastal fish. We can also get engines, trawl nets, and lights. But we can't afford anything else because we have exactly $50 to our name. So we'll take the simple skimmer. And we can research parts. So we have one research part, and getting the flexible fishing pole would require 2 research parts, but I'm trying to think of the current space that we have in our ship. So we have 3 spaces on the right, and then we have 4 spaces on the left. So if we want to do shallow, coastal, and oceanic fish, we would have to get the flexible fishing pole first before the hydraulic rod, because we wouldn't have enough space to do all 3 if we use the hydraulic now. And then it looks like we can get an improved outboard engine, which that might be good as well because that'll increase our speed. It looks like we don't have pots or nets yet. Go ahead and put our research part towards the flexible fishing rod so it's out of our inventory, and when we get another one we'll be able to get the flexible fishing rod. And then since it's night, we can go ahead and rest until dawn. And now that it is once again dawn, we can go ahead and undock and make our way back out to sea. And I really want to investigate this little sparkle over here. A floating buoy. It serves to mark safe passage past dangerous rocks and obscured hazards. Its dim light also provides a brief respite in the gloom of the night. So at this one we can catch something else. So it looks like we got a Gulf flounder. Oh, that's really annoying. They're gonna be really difficult to stack in. Because, like, the blue mackerel was only half the size of the flounder. And the cod was 3/4 of it, but it was curved differently so we could puzzle it in. Looks like we caught a trophy Gulf flounder. Oh, so I guess it's longer. So we'll just go ahead and throw everything in like that for now. And we'll make our way to this spot. So this is going to be more blue mackerel. I guess there was only one here. Oh, maybe one here left from yesterday. Well, that's good to know. So time only advances when you're moving, fishing, or taking other specific actions. Looks like we'll be able to fit like one more cod. Unless we move some stuff around. Yeah. One more cod. So we'll go ahead and leave there. And we'll head back to Greater Morrow. I like that you can sort of see what kind of fish are underneath the water. Not like exactly, but you can like sort of tell what's gonna be there by the shapes floating in the water and such. I've had a special order come from a customer. If you can fulfill it, I'll pay you above normal prices. Tell me about the order. They asked for 1 gold flounder and 1 gray eel. Just bring them in when you have them. You'll need to have a rod that can handle shallow water fish in order to catch those. The shipwright should be able to sort that for you. Have you got any fish for that order? Yeah, we just got some gold flounders. Just leave whatever you have here. I'll keep the order on ice until it's ready to go. So I guess we'll give him the gold flounder. And then we can sell the rest of our fish. Then maybe we can go out one more time. We don't have a lot of time, so we may be fishing at nighttime, but I saw some water over here. That's just like right next to the lighthouse, so we should be fine. Oh, and we'll be catching something else. Damn it, right when I got used to... So it looks like every fish that we catch is gonna be a different sort of reel style, if you will. And then that spot has been depleted. And we can toggle our lights by... Lights help you see but make you more visible too. Isn't that a good thing? Lessen the effects of panic. Cool, I don't think we have any lights. Oh, there's a little fishing spot right here. We should be able to hit up. Check a speed. It's an arrow squid. Now that it's depleted, we can go ahead and head back. I don't like that sound. And the eye at the top is turned orange. Which isn't super great. So the fishmonger wraps up the fish and hands you some money. Good, good. They should be pleased with these. I've got another order here. This one's a little more curious. They want a couple of squid and a whole black grouper. Don't see many people fishing squid these days. They only feed at night, and well, you know what nights are like around here. Good luck. Yeah, I actually have some fish because we were already night fishing. Totally put that in backwards. It's fine. And then we haven't found a black grouper yet, but it looks like it's a shallow type fish. Alright, come back when you have everything. Now to regular business, eh? And then we'll just sell off the rest of our fish. Not all schools of fish are the same. Some contain abnormal specimens. Sometimes you can even tell from just looking at the surface. So kind of like what I was saying, how you can see what fish you can get from the shapes in the ocean, but abnormal specimens pique my interest. It looks like these are just our current quests. And then we have the encyclopedia of everything we've caught. Oh, and then this is the bottle that we picked up. So it's from the 20th of August in 1927. Morning of the second day of the honeymoon, and our first day proper. Today, we're sailing around the islands and inlets at the back of Greater Morrow. I love the rocks here. The layers and colors are so striking. Furthermore, the fishing is relatively poor in these shallows, so I know he will keep his hands on the wheel instead of on the rods. He renamed the boat last night, Julie. He did a fancy renaming ceremony and everything. I think he took that more seriously than the wedding. Supposedly, it's very important to perform it correctly, lest you want ill fortune to follow the vessel. He wanted to throw away everything with the old name on it, but I kept the keychain. Ocean Riches was a good name. I think he has prepared a surprise picnic lunch. I can see the basket half hidden, stuffed under a blanket at the front of the cabin. I love it when he tries to be romantic. How sweet. Someone took their honeymoon near here. Or maybe not near here. Sorry. It's a mess in here. I've just been so busy lately. You know how it is. Exhausting. I don't really know how it is, but I'm learning. So I think it would be good for us to get a light. Oh, okay, so this one is a crack bulb. It's operational with 500 lumens and 10 meters, and this one's 750 lumens with 20 meters. So since we can afford it, we might as well get the better lens. And we'll hold off on getting another engine right now, because I think we kind of want to focus on getting our... Oh, okay. A hunched woman approaches you from the steps to the lighthouse. She stops some distance away and looks at you with concern and visible apprehension. Why are you here? I've come to fish. There's nothing here for someone like you anymore. Do yourself a favor and move on. She turns and shuffles back along the path that leads to the light. Well, the mayor has a thing. Just the person I was hoping to see. Will you be sailing out east towards Little Morrow? Will you give this package to the dock worker there, please? I guess. The mayor hands you a small, damp package bound in string. It's dripping slightly. So it's either fish, like everything else in this town, or mutilated limbs that are still bleeding. The dock worker will pay you upon delivery. Please be quick about it. I don't want it to spoil. Don't forget to check your compass and map if you get lost. We're just heading east, so I think we're just heading straight across. So we'll go ahead and rest until dawn, which is like 4 whole hours of sleep. And we'll undock our little boat. Now we have a light, which doesn't seem to do anything in the daytime. I think we can fish at this spot before heading over. Oh no, we'll be catching cod. I swear that's the one I always fuck up on. We'll leave here. And we'll circle back to that one, because that one looks like the flounder. And that's gonna be a lot of space. What? A delivery? Let's see here. He tears a small hole in the paper and peeks inside. You can't say for sure, but it feels as though he's shielding it from your view. Yeah, nice and fresh. This'll do nicely. I'm to pay you, I suppose. He hands you some money. I was given this old book a few weeks back, but didn't make much sense to me. Surely you'll get more use out of it. So I got a sustainable fishing book. He pulls a crumpled book from his back pocket and hands it to you. A number of the pages are folded over. Keep it in your cabin. Perhaps you can read it while you're on the water. Stop by for a chat anytime. I know how lonely it can be. So it looks like if we go to our cabin, we can set the sustainable fishing book as our active book. Then we'll be passing the time to read it, I guess. Then we can research here as well. like the same things. But there's a trader here. I don't think we found him. So we'll have to go back. So we could go to the flounder. But those over there look different. Oh, and there's another message in a bottle. So we'll grab that after we fish here. Yeah, this is gonna be something different. We got a stingray! Damn, it's huge. We should be able to fit one. God, I'm bad at this. Please ignore that I just fucked that up 3 times consecutively. Now we very carefully maneuver our way and make our way over to... Bloop. Oh, and that's the 21st of August, so that'll be the day after. And there's another town over there. Well, it's getting late, so we should probably head back. We've got like a colossal amount of fish. What's my... I had a light. I just don't see it doing anything, which is a shame. Oh, wait, hold on. No. I don't see it doing anything. So we'll go to the fishmonger. Lousy weather lately. Almost makes you not want to get out of bed, but you and I, we gotta do it, eh? We're what keeps people from going hungry. Indeed. And it looks like the stingray sell for a lot. They're selling for like 59 and 60 as opposed to our cod, so that's crazy. The mayor is walking quickly towards you. He seems to be in a good mood with a spring in his step. Fantastic news! Thanks partly to your efforts, Greater Morrow is growing. Our town is sure to be swarming with visitors any day now. In fact, I've granted a consent for the shipwright to expand her facilities. The old dry dock is operational again. I've also allocated some money to improve the fishmonger's services. He might have something to talk to you about soon. Keep up the good work, and we're glad you've chosen to be here with us. Cool. So really quickly before we do anything else, I'm curious about the second message. I had a slight accident yesterday around the shallows at the back of Greater Morrow. A rock seemingly appeared out of nowhere and struck the front of the boat. It did not penetrate the hull, but it jostled us around and a few items fell overboard into the water. We did not see what they were, which is of concern, but we believe all important articles were accounted for. He has been checking over some notes from the boat renaming ceremony. He's paranoid that he performed the steps incorrectly. I've never known him to be so superstitious. And it looks like we've been reading our book as we go. And then we added the stingray. This is the dry dock. We can make significant improvements to your vessel here. We're talking extra space, more attachment points for equipment, and even superior holds. We need a decent stock of hard materials for these projects. Lumber, metal, scrap, that sort of thing. How do we get materials? There are plenty of decent materials around the coast from various shipwrecks in the lake. I'll sure you'll find a way to get at them. Materials assigned towards upgrades here will be stored, so don't worry if you only have half of what we need. I see. I got a good feeling about these engines. They'll take you far away. Reliable too, provided you take care of them. Something wrong with the light because it should be working just fine. I guess we'll go ahead and rest until morning. Maybe we can get up a little early in the morning. Just to see what we can catch while it's still dark. And troubleshoot my fucking light. Like we'll be able to fish out straight here. That just looks like blue mackerel. Oh no, I think it's yeah, it's squid. That's depleted. Where can we go? Guess we'll just head out over here. Guess I realize it's gonna be the blue mackerel. And it's only one. That looks like a shark. And we probably need the oceanic line for that. I'm like looking around trying to see. Because we still need to catch a black grouper. Over by the rocks over here looks like something we haven't caught before. Oh, that looks like scrap. We can't get that yet. Only two. looks like scrap too. That is a big ass shark carcass or some shit. Right in the water there. It's insane. Dude, the great eel one is hard. I'm not partial to it. It looks like there's more eel. I am totally gonna ignore those eel because what is that? Are dolphins? Orcas? Damn, okay. Maybe we can catch some eel, but then we're gonna have to make our way all the way down. I don't think I can rearrange my stuff enough. Oh wait, hold on. I lied. Oh, and then we finished reading sustainable fishing. Cool. Okay, now I seriously don't think that we're gonna be able to catch anymore. Fuck, I actually don't remember how we got over here. No, that's not Greater Morrow. That's one off to the right. Yeah, that should be Greater Morrow over there. And our lights just like work a little bit, maybe? What the fuck? Where did that come from? And we lost an eel and a spot in our inventory. Hmm. fuck? Okay. Okay, I looked it up because yeah, because we gotta go to the shipwright to fix our ship. And then we can repair. Return to town. We still need to find a black grouper. Otherwise... Oh, we found a book out back. Well, we can add that to our reading list, basically. Because we just finished the other book. %, to not reduce fish stocks when catching a fish with a rod. A hefty tome and laborious read. It goes into great detail about techniques that can be employed to reduce the impacts of fishing upon fish stocks. Mentions something about ensuring a healthy ecosystem for future generations. That's cool. So now we can set rods and reels as our active book and see if that allots us any new fancy abilities. So anything we get, we'll be able to store here. However, I still don't know how to get materials. So we'll just go ahead and rest. We'll wake up a little early like we did the night before. We'll undock our boat. And we're gonna hang out in the shallows because I want to look for those black groupers. You know what I want to do? I'm gonna get a nice close look at our ship. Oh, ho, ho. There we go. Alright, cool. Oh, maybe those are black groupers. I hope so. Yeah. There we go. Oh my god, exactly one, but that's enough. I'm tempted to just take that back immediately and throw it on ice. So we can get the next, well, potentially the next. Bye. We'll just do this really quickly. I didn't think you had it in you. Night fishing is a tall order. I'm meaning to talk to you about a new business venture I've been considering. Crab pots. I've got one here for you, in fact. It's a bit banged up, but you should get it fixed at the shipwright. I have to store it like that. should be pretty straightforward. Just drop it out at sea anywhere, then come back after a day or two to check on it. I've got a customer after a fiddler crab and a common crab. Both species can be found around here. So it looks like I have to buy them. We'll go to the or not the fishmonger. We'll go to the shipwright and see if we can get it fixed up. And then we'll repair. So now it has 3 days. So I guess we'll just go throw it out and see what happens. La 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 la. I'm gonna throw it out over here next to this like seaweed patch. Maybe we should throw it out like right in the shallows. We'll put it like right over here next to the lighthouse. Nice and safe. I have no idea how to throw it out. Cool. Can be deployed at sea. That's very helpful, considering I have no idea how to use it. Guess we'll just see if we can fish over here. This might be oceanic. Yeah, that's a shark. And we can't fish here. We can fish here. A grotesque mackerel. Oh, that's one of the abnormal specimens. So it's corrupted scales and bulbous eyes like nothing you've ever seen before. How neat! I wish I could keep it. Maybe I can, but if I put it in storage, it might like rot. I don't know how that works in this game, but it seems to have like a freshness meter. Practically worthless, but enough to stave off hunger. I guess if I'm ever fishing and I need to get rid of something, it'll be that. Fish off to the left here, and then we'll head back. Yay, cod. Looks like we'll be able to catch 3 if there is. Nope, only 1, so I made all that space for nothing. It's whatever. We'll just go back with our abnormal specimen. Why does that say I can click on that? Oh, select the crab pot ability with E and deploy one with... Oh. Okay, let me see if I can throw that out really quick then. I'll just throw it out over here. We'll go to the fishmonger. What is it today? You hand the grotesque fish to the fishmonger. He grins, raising up the fish to his face before inhaling a deep, stuttering breath. Now this is the sort of specimen to liven up my day. I wonder. He runs his fingers firmly along the length of the fish, as though feeling for something. He pushes from one side of its stomach, and a small shape can be seen against the bulging scales. He slices the fish open, and from its stomach he pulls a piece of fabric and spreads it on the counter. It's a delicately patterned handkerchief. Well, I've never seen that before in all of my days. I'll give you this thing and pay you for the fish too, of course. It's not the first corrupted fish I've seen in these parts, so I'm sure you'll find more before too long. I'll pay you well if you find any more. So we got a handkerchief. Maybe we can take that to Little Morrow across the way and trade it at the trader. Otherwise, we'll sell off our fish. I'll just put that there for now. Ooh. A man is looking at you through your cabin window. His face is mostly in shadow. I know what you took to the fishmonger. I'll be clear. I know he extracted an artifact from it. I need to inspect it, but not here. Meet me on Blackstone Isle. Head out of this bay and cut south. I have a business proposition that you'll want to hear. I'll be waiting. Interesting. So I guess not to the trader, but to that guy at Blackstone Morrow, which is... there, I presume. Interesting. Okay, I guess we'll have to head there in the morning. Well, alright, with that being said, on the night of day 5, we'll go ahead and save here. Alright, with that being said, this will be the end of episode 1 of Dredge. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Thank you so much for checking out my channel, and I hope to see you again soon.